Hey everybody, it's Justin Case of American Newscape, joining our friend and fellow Meatball, Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of Meatball Therapy. Hello Jerry, welcome back to American Newscape.
Hey man, how are you? Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
I'm hanging in there, Jerry, I'm hanging in there. I endeavor to hang in there. So, speaking of that,
Indeed.
hanging 10, riding the wave. Jerry, what's happening with all that?
I don't know. You brought up the topic, Meatball. Actually, what is your perception of riding the wave per se?
Well, I think we should all aspire to stay on the peak, on the top, as we go forward. And once there, we need to ride that wave. We need to believe in ourselves.
Ah,
We need to stay after it, and we don't need any wipeouts.
so you don't need me, so I'm going to go home, man.
All
That was
right, all right. I've got this handled.
perfect analysis of what you just described to me. A synchronicity, huh?
Yeah. Ooh.
Those concurring, the coincidence that you don't believe in, which I get. I totally get that. But coincidence and synchronicity kind of go hand in hand, per se. Synchronicity is basically your energy matching up with the how should we say the outside world energy, hence the law of attraction. And I love that. I actually I don't love it. I live by it. I live by this concept, not even a concept, it's factual now, that our energy is aligning with other energies out there to bring us what we want in life. And if people can really become cautious of what they're thinking about, and they'll realize what they're bringing about. And synchronicity has been sent down by every stage. I'm doing my show on Facebook coming up after this, actually on that very topic, because synchronicity is everything. It's you lining up with the energy that you want and connecting to that, to the outside world, hence the universe per se. And when you realize what you're thinking about, you realize what you're bringing about. The energy that you send out is so vital to what's going on in your life. You realize what you're bringing every single day.
Well, I agree, Jerry, and it's kind of like riding the wave to me is let's get you out of paddling out in the deep water waiting for the perfect wave. Let's get you going forward.
Ooh,
Because out in the deep
yeah.
water, there's those big, nasty, white-bellied fish that like to try and eat aspirants, wave or aspiring wave riders. And we want to get
God,
past that.
you sound like a preacher, man. You're talking like I love it. I love it. You are on a roll tonight, people. You know, you bring up a great point when it comes to heading out to the deep water. I mean, a lot of us are afraid to hit that deep water in life. We're kind of comfy, where we are now. You want to build a better life. You start projecting a bigger energy, hence going out into the deep water and whatever you're trying to have, be, and do in life. And you'll start experiencing those synchronicities per se because of your energy wave. Whatever you're projecting is what you're getting back in your life. And if people can grasp that, I mean, I love the topic of synchronicities in my life because when I realized what I was getting, I realized what I was projecting. And that kind of energy really transformed me. It was a paradigm shift of current, basically, that I was sending out into the universe every single day. And people can think about this for themselves because whatever we're projecting, energy per se, is what we're getting in life. And what transformed me was realizing what I was projecting. And I started going out into the deep water with my goals and my dreams and my desires and really focusing on that type of energy I was sending out every day. And then I started to realize what I was bringing back to me, hence our karma, every single day.
Well, yeah, and you just struck a thought here. It's like A2, Jerry, as you've taught me, we all create our own waves. And we're responsible for
Yeah.
creating our own waves.
Yes.
And I guess what I'm
Yes.
inferring is let's stay on top of them.
You hit a a great note. I mean, the musician hits a note when they're playing just some notes and chords, and they hit that perfect note, and they're like, "God, we got it." You start hitting that perfect energy and how you're feeling every single day. You're going to start creating the most amazing synchronicities every day. And we are our own self fulfilling prophecy, whether you believe it or not. People can dilute it, however way they want to do it and think about it every day. But we are our own psychics, our own creators, our own self fulfilling prophecies just by the way we think every day. And that energy we're emitting every day is what we're bringing back to us every single day. And this is great because you can customize the energy you're sending out. You stay in that happy place, good vibes only kind of happy place. You're going to start creating the most amazing things because you realize the thought process is basically your life process. And I was choking in the middle of that. I kind of covered it up a little bit here, Meatball.
Well, you were
But if
choked.
you really, if you, hey, what?
You were choked up.
I was, I did, touche to the Meatball. Good for you, man. You're smacking of the concept here. I love it. But I'm a fan of it. I believe in it. I go with it every single day, and it has brought me the most amazing things. So, in essence, what you think about indeed is what you bring about. Now
Well,
I
and,
drink. I can
and
breathe here.
it's become a truth to us, and it helps us through our daily. What we think about, what we create, is what comes around. So,
What comes around goes around.
you know,
Absolutely.
you talked about people being very comfortable, but even if you find yourself in a really comfortable situation, you might consider you need to keep evolving because your environment is constantly changing about you.
I I like that. I like that way of living because you're always expanding. I love that kind of living in my life. I'm always expanding my thought. I'm never really in that, because if everything starts in thought, and it should be the first focal point of everyday life, what you're sending out is what you're bringing about. So whatever you're thinking about as far as your thought, keep expanding it. Indeed, keep going into the deep water. Hence your imagination. You start getting into those deep desires and dreams and the energy you're emitting from that, you're going to start creating the ideas to pursue it. And this is what people need to figure out for themselves. And I've always tried that in my own life. And I've always had this vivid, energetic imagination about all these things I wanted to have, be, and do, but was always shot down by my surroundings. So it's imperative that people put themselves in a place where it's only supportive and conducive to their thoughts every single day, and they're going to realize what they bring about every single day.
Well, and people need to understand there's a real fulfillment in that pursuit.
Yes.
We find that pursuit, having that opportunity to pursue that opportunity to strive, that's very fulfilling, and that's what kind of keeps the
Uh,
ball rolling.
yes. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to know how. It'll be brought to you. I mean, you really don't. If you're trying to attain, to have, to be, to do something in life, you don't have to know the how. You just got to know your why. You got to know why you're grasping this idea that keeps perpetuating and growing in your thought process. You grasp hold of that, and a way is going to be made. And I found that out with America's Mentor. Even with you. I mean, this concept of America's New Escape and Meatball Therapy. All this is just us evolving into who we want to become and expanding it out to the masses to hopefully inspire them to do the same for themselves. This is how it all starts. This is the seed in the ground, the thought process. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. Just put the seed in the ground of your thought process, live it, cultivate it with the most amazing imagination and thoughts that you can bring every day. Watch it sprout. You have a choice of whatever garden you plant every day, and I choose to plant only good seeds and cultivate it with the most amazing thoughts every day. It may sound hairy fairy to a lot of people. I get it. I'm looking right at you now. I get it. But at the same time, it's more fulfilling. It's the most amazing, fulfilling feeling in the world knowing that you're on the right path. So, whatever path you choose in life, choose the most fulfilling one that you want in life, and you're going to bring about the most amazing result.
And please don't identify anybody out there as a hairy fairy. It's just not a pretty look.
I know. Here we go. I got to get a disclosure out here. But yeah, people, I've always been chastised for that until I got rid of that surrounding, because I mean I was always living in this imaginary world of what I wanted to have, be, and do in life, and was always shut down for that. People need to grasp that for themselves. It's not you're not limited. If you want something, damn it, you deserve it. You got to realize if you want something in life, you want to have this fulfillment of feeling of thought in life every day. You got to keep pushing forward with it.
Well, and it's a reminder that you need an inner circle around you that allow that, because if those detractors, it's not that they can't be in your life, but they just need to not have that impact on your psyche, so to speak.
Absolutely. You keep your circle small. I mean, I have the smallest circle, and I have a lot of acquaintances in my life. But if it's so imperative, because we're a sponge. I mean, we naturally adapt to our surroundings. We're adapting creatures, and if our surroundings is negative, and you're the most positive person, eventually you're going to turn into a negative meatball. It's just the way life is. We like to adapt to our surroundings because it makes us feel comfortable. So make sure whatever you put yourself around is conducive to where you want to go, and keep pushing that narrative every day. Whatever story you tell yourself, you bring to yourself, and people can grasp that for themselves. It's the most amazing, fulfilling life possible because you're creating it. We're our own self-fulfilling prophecy, and I'll repeatedly say that because people have to grasp it for themselves. They're a magnet. Every thought, every word is being magnetized out there, and you're creating these amazing synchronicities in your life from those thoughts, feelings, and actions that you do every day.
Well, exactly, Jerry. And this action, this exercise that you and I do here weekly, that's part of what we're trying to assail to, so to speak. I mean, this is therapeutic for us,
Oh God, yeah. I
and
mean, I can't. This is the life I live every day. It's not just the 15 minutes or 20 minutes that we do here. This was my choice to really create a paradigm shift of thought in my life. And no matter what, every day. I mean, yeah, you fall off the wagon here and there, but you jump back on me, Paul. But I mean, my life is just a paradigm shift of thoughts of what I want to have, be, and do. Follow through with that. Create a circle of people who support that, and just produce it to the world every day. It's my thought garden that's creating my life nest.
well, yeah, and it's we've committed to it because it benefits us, and we're not preaching to anybody, despite rumors that were spread earlier in this show. But we're not preaching. We're here sharing our experiences and giving others perspectives that might help them.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, there's millions of us out there. You and I talk about this all the time, and it's great because there's so much information out there. All we're doing is sharing information, factual information, honestly, that has worked for us, for millions of other people. And our goal with America's Newscape and this great show is just to say, look, there's another side of the coin. If you're not happy that there's a different way of doing it, and it's really simple. It's a paradigm shift of thinking that starts the process. And watch how the way is made for you. It's like laying a road before there's a road. And when you realize that thought is an amazing power tool that we have, the mind is a gift that keeps on giving. Whatever you feed it, you're going to bring to it. And if people can grasp that, my goodness, I mean, what a life shift, because it starts on the inside indeed, then it starts evolving in all different areas of our life, our physicality, our mentality, our spirituality, every aspect of it, just by starting the thought of it. So it's a great teaser in a good way to allow people to realize, wow, I am a lot more powerful. I'm not limited by my surroundings. I create my surroundings, and that alone to start the process.
Well, Jerry, I think that's a good place to leave off.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
This has been Justin Case and a very passionate meatball, Jerry Maldonado, bringing you meatball therapy. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links provided in this video is read more. Today is the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.